Okay, we're going to see how this works here. I've been trying to figure out how to not have too much light, too little light, those types of things. And anyway, trying to shield my my iPad and everything. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Tomasa Makapinlak. Many of you have known me as the Self-Care Queen. And today I am talking about something that I've been doing for, God, a long time. You probably have seen me coming out of the woodworks, bringing more of my esoteric work, and not that my work wasn't already esoteric, but I'm taking it to another level. And the thing is, like, I want to talk about Despacho ceremonies and what they do for us and how they're great or they're not so great or whatever. They really are great, by the way. They raise your vibration. But what exactly is a Despacho ceremony, many of you might ask. And I want to go ahead and answer that question because you see me talking about it, high promoting it. I do them here in Los Angeles now. I used to do them in the Bay Area about 5 or so years ago, more than that. And now I'm doing them every new moon. And the reason why I do them every new moon is because at the new moon is where we are to set new intentions for the next 28 days, what we want to create for ourselves. It's a good time to do that. And so I want to give people the space to be able to do that. And the Despacho ceremony is the perfect timing for something like that. There's all kinds of despachos, but first of all, let me define what a despacho is for you. So many of you might not know that I have been trained, initiated is what we call it, as a shaman. It actually started back in 2002 when I was trained by an urban shaman, and then I kind of put it on the shelf because it's a little bit, woo, it's out there. You know, a lot of people talk about the fifth dimension, and that's what shamanism is. And I want to say, I don't even want to say the fifth dimension because there's many dimensions. Everything is multi-dimensional. And so, hi Alice, and how are you doing, beautiful? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me too, Jill. I saw you there. I've seen a lot of wonderful people. Thank you for joining me, Stephen and Mike. And so a despacho is what we call a prayer bundle. And it comes from the tradition of Inca shamanism. And by the way, I was trained by an urban shaman back in 2002, and then I kind of put it on the shelf because it was a little bit out there for me. And so it was like, what am I doing here? Is this for real or not? Because we are, you know, tapping into other dimensions. And I was ready for it, but then I wasn't. And then it was the responsibility of it all. And then back in 2011, I think 2010, I went through another training. And it's the medicine wheel based on Inca shamanism. And I decided that, yes, I'm stepping full into this after I had my hands read and was told that I'm a shaman and I'm a mentor and God. And I was thinking, what the hell am I doing? I'm not stepping into what I'm here to do this lifetime. So this is part of my work. But also along the way, what I have discovered is that I might be a shaman. But what do I do for people as a shaman? So one of the things I do for people, when I went to Peru, I got the message that I am here to help people step into their divine purpose. And I thought, who am I to do that? You know, of course I have my own journey about that because, you know, how do you get from having an engineering degree from Berkeley to being a shaman? Or, you know, how do you get from being an engineer in Berkeley to being a healer, a hands-on healer, then tapping into being a shaman? So it's all been a journey. It's been a path that I've taken that has been amazing and fascinating for myself. And very transformational. And it's been a whole evolvement of, you know, how do I step into being a better healer all the time? And so here I am. I'm in Southern California now. I still go to the Bay Area to work on my one-on-one clients as I finish that journey up there. But, you know, the thing is I hold these despacho ceremonies, and I hold them once a month, and I hold them in Southern California. Whenever I do Activate Your Mastery, we do a despacho ceremony as well. Now, I just did one on Sunday. So a despacho ceremony is where you do a prayer bundle. So it is the act of blowing your intentions into these, what we call these kintus. They're blessed. I bless the space that we have in. So it's a very, very sacred kind of ceremony where we're quiet and we go deep within and we blow into what I call these kintus. Kintus are 3 leaves. Now in Peru they use cocoa leaves, whereas here, because the native plants or the native trees here tend to be California bay leaves. So when I go hiking, I collect California bay leaves for all my despacho ceremonies. I actually have fun doing that. I love doing that. And then I create what we call kintus. And the kintus are 3 bay leaves along with a petal from a white flower, a petal from the red flower, and a petal from a yellow flower. So in shamanism, we do offerings for Pachamama, which is Mother Earth, because she holds us, she nourishes us. I mean, she feeds us abundantly right here on this earth. So we do an offering for her, and we ask her for her support as we're doing this. And then, so she represents the red petal, and then the white petal is represented by the apus. The apus in Quechuan language is what I'm speaking, are the mountains. And on the mountains, we believe that is where our ancestors leave their wisdom. And so with this ceremony, what we do is we bring in the wisdom of our ancestors, the wisdom of Pachamama, Mother Earth, and then the yellow represents the community. And so what we're doing is we're bringing in the community. So whatever we blow into our kintus is not only for ourselves, but it's for the greater good of the community, the collective. And so as we do this, we sit in ceremony and we create what it is that we want. And so it's really coming back into right relationship with everything so that we can co-create whatever it is that we've been wanting. And maybe we haven't been creating it. So I want to make that clear. Coming back into right relationship to whatever you want to create in your life. And that means you stepping into the vibration. But also, you can't have that achy energy with other people. You know, part of living here on this planet Earth is really communing with other people and loving them even in their darkness and their shadows. And even if we judge them as negative and positive, it's like, you know, no judgment. No, none of that stuff, and really stepping into loving everyone as they are. Because everyone is on their journey. They're on the evolution of who they are. And some of them might rise to, you know, different levels at different times. And we have to honor that. People are on their own journey and their way, their pathway. So we can't, like, you know, just cut them out. Because a lot of people do that. I've been cut out. You know, I've cut people out and I stopped that. And I'm being like, you know, if you're going to be the shaman, you're going to be, you know, it's really about loving people just as they are. And so I really promote that with people, loving people just as they are. Because what they're showing us is a mirror of ourselves that we are not quite conscious about. Or maybe we're beginning to be conscious about. So, anyhow, so despachos, why would you do it? Why would you attend a despacho ceremony? And why would you attend one so often, like monthly? So here's the thing, we're constantly evolving. We have new things coming to us. Maybe we have a bigger, greater goal or a bigger thing we want to manifest. And maybe it takes tiny baby steps to get there. And maybe we aren't quite evolved to that place of like accepting everyone. And so we're working on ourselves when we're at the despacho ceremony. And there's deeper work to be done. But this is the start for me to help the community, the collective consciousness, to get to this place of inner peace no matter what. No matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone does, no matter what's happening in this world here. How can we achieve inner peace within ourselves? Because it starts with us. Each and every one of us, one person at a time, transforming and loving unconditionally. And so this is what I bring into the despacho ceremonies. And as a shaman, I have found myself going deeper and deeper every time I do one. It's so beautiful to actually be able to honor and be here for people and do this. And believe me, I'm blowing my stuff into, because I step into, that human piece that I am here. I have my stuff as well. And so it's really about releasing and letting go of things that do not serve us. And I actually did a kuti despacho on Sunday. And a kuti despacho is releasing all that doesn't serve you. So it's releasing all the icky stuff. And the stuff we put in that despacho is a lot different than we put in what I call an ane despacho. An ane despacho is all about abundance. And it's all about bringing abundance to us, whether that be health, whether that be in the form of wealth, or that rhymed, or right relationships, beautiful, harmonious relationships, and work that we actually love. Do you know how many people go out there and they hate their jobs? So, I really would like to see people loving their jobs and loving what they do. And when they do it with a smile on their face, and they can do it all day long. Because your job is not always the place where you get paid to do what you do. Maybe money comes from other sources. And money can come from other sources, and we have to realize that. There's so many different ways that money can trickle down to us. And there are people, who think that it's all about the job, the grind, we have to go to work. And it's not all about that. It's really beautiful to actually step into work that you love to do, that is your gift, and you do it with your eyes closed, and do it even if you didn't have to get paid to do it. So that is one of my purposes here on this earth, is to help people have more inner peace about what it is they're here to do, and to have their soul step into it. So despacho ceremony. Next one is at the next new moon. I believe I'm having it January 14th. So I'm doing them right before the new moon happens. But it's a great thing to set those intentions. And then I actually go and burn the despacho. Normally, if I had a place that I could do it all, where I could have the space to do the ceremony and burn the despacho ceremony, I'd have people there with me to burn the despacho. It's a really beautiful, beautiful experience. We do chants as I'm burning. You can't look at the despacho while it's burning because, you don't want to control how the gods eat the despacho. So one of the things I do is I do the despacho and then we turn around. I like to do them at the ocean. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience. So, but anyway, that's why you do a despacho, because you want to do prayer bundles. It's a prayer bundle. It's actually blowing into Kintuli's what you want. And I should explain to you what the breath means in terms of shamanism. It's really about spirit blowing. So the breath is spirit. And spirit lives in each and every one of us, whether we realize that or not. We are the expression of spirit. And if you don't feel like you're the expression of spirit, it's time you step into it. And that's what the despachos will do, is step you up to start feeling that. To raise your vibration so that your soul remembers exactly who it is and what it is here to do. So, my next new moon despacho is January 14th. I will put up a link later here after I'm done here and share that with you where it is. If you're in the greater Los Angeles area, if you're looking to play, work, or live in the Los Angeles area, if you happen to be visiting, come to my ceremonies. They're fun, they're beautiful, they're very sacred, and I love sitting in ceremony and helping people co-create what they want in their lives. So the energy is everything, and when you come together as a group, as a community, energy is huge. Can you imagine, the energy, everybody holding you to what it is that you want to create in your life? Because that's what happens when you have a despacho, ceremony. So it's a beautiful experience. I would post some of them. I don't post them until years later because I do not want people looking at the despachos and undoing what we have put into them, because it's a very energetic piece. So. All right, namaste. If you have any questions, please inbox me. It's a new year. It's 2018. The number this year is 2, but it's also a master number of 11. So what I know about the number 2 is it's all about wisdom. It's all about allowing the wisdom to bubble up inside of you. And as a collective consciousness, I feel that there's a shift. I feel that there's a shift happening where the wisdom is about to bubble up in the collective consciousness. I feel like people are starting to settle down into what is going on in the world. We've been through a lot of things, a lot of natural disasters, they call them, but there's a reason why we go through them. And they're beautiful experiences for us all to realize, to be thankful for what it is that we do have. We've been through hurricanes, fires, what else? Earthquakes. And then a lot of, massive shootings and things of that sort where we lose a lot of people. These things happen to wake us up and to wake us up to our good, our greater good of why we're really here and to appreciate it. The holidays for me were different this year. It wasn't about going all around and running around and getting gifts for people. It was about how can I spend time with my loved ones and let them know that I love them and have fun with them. I had some good belly laughs on Christmas Day. I cooked a beautiful organic vegan meal for my family. I really enjoyed doing that, so I wanted them to feel into that, the nurturing them. And so, those are my ways of contributing rather than going out and buying a dust collector or something they might not even want. So I ask you, how can you, and we can give every day. If we want to buy something for someone, just do it. We don't have to do it at the holiday time. Who says that we have to do it at the holiday time? It's like, who says that we have to have eggs and bacon for breakfast, I say I have butternut squash with almond butter and bananas and things like that for breakfast, with almonds sprinkled on top and maple syrup and things like that. So, you can make life as you want it to. You can make a meal the way you want it to. It's time to fly a freak flag. And what I mean freak flag, be different. Be different. This is the age of Aquarius. So, so I'm stepping up and being the shaman that I'm here to be, the shamanic practitioner I'm here to be. So, come join me. I love you all, and many blessings for 2018, and may you feel the wisdom bubbling up inside of you in the most beautiful, beautiful way. God bless. You have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next Facebook Live.